students, today we will study a topic from subject maths, chapter 2, module 2, parallel lines and transversal. Children, let's recall what we studied in the previous module. The lines in the same plane which do not intersect with each other are called parallel lines. Children, you can see here line A is parallel to line B. For example, a railway track. Next, if a line intersects given two lines in two distinct points, then that line is called a transversal of those two lines. See here children, this red line L is the transversal of given two lines M and N. Line L intersects line M and line N in two distinct points A and B. If you see here children, point A and B, it intersect here. For example, this yellow line is a transversal of these two parallel lines which is been observed in stair railings. Next, we learned angles made by a transversal. First is corresponding angles. If the arms on the transversal of a pair of angles are in the same direction and the other arm are on the same side of the transversal, then it is called a pair of corresponding angles. Pair of corresponding angles in the given figure are angle EFA and angle FGC are a pair of corresponding angle. Angle BFG and angle DGH are also a pair of corresponding angles. One more we will see, angle EFB and angle FGD are a pair of corresponding angles. Angle AFG and angle CGH are also a pair of corresponding angles. So, here we saw all the corresponding angles. Next, we learned about interior angles. A pair of angles which are on the same side of the transversal and inside the given lines is called a pair of interior angles. Again I repeat, a pair of angles which are on the same side of the transversal and inside the given line is called a pair of interior angles. Pair of interior angles in the given figure are, children, angle AFG and angle CGF are interior angles. Angle BFG and angle DGF are also a pair of interior angles. Next, we will see about the alternate angles. Pairs of angles which are on the opposite side of transversal and their arms on the transversal show opposite directions is called a pair of alternate angles. In this figure, there are two pairs of interior alternate angles and two pairs of exterior alternate angles. Let us see one by one. Angle AFG and angle FGD are a pair of interior alternate angles. See here children how to identify them. They form a shape of Z. You can see here. They form a shape of Z. Next, we will see angle BFG and angle CGF are also a pair of interior alternate angles. So these were the interior alternate angles. Next we will see exterior alternate angles. Angle EFA and angle DGH are a pair of exterior alternate angles. Angle EFB and angle CGH are a pair of exterior angles. So these were two pairs of exterior alternate angles. Now next we will move to properties of angles formed by two parallel lines and a transversal. First is a property of corresponding angles. Each pair of corresponding angles formed by two parallel lines and their transversal is of congruent angles. In this figure, line AB is parallel to line CD and line EH is the transversal. So, angle EFB and angle FGD, both the angles are congruent to each other. Angle EFB is congruent to angle FGD. Next, angle EFA is congruent to angle FGC. So these were the congruent angles, congruent corresponding angles. Next, we will move to property of alternate angles. Children, property of alternate angles, each pair of alternate angles formed by two parallel lines and their transversal is of congruent angles. They are also of two types, interior alternate angles, that is angle AFG and angle FGD. Both are congruent. Angle AFG is congruent to angle FGD. Angle BFG is congruent to angle CGF. Next is exterior alternate angles. Angle EFA is congruent to angle DGH. And angle EFB is congruent to angle CGH. Okay, so these were the alternate angles. Next, property of interior angles. Each pair of interior angles formed by two parallel lines and their transversal is of supplementary angles. Supplementary angles mean, children, they form a 180 degree. Angle AFG plus angle CGF is 180 degree and angle DGF plus angle BFG is 180 degree. So these were the properties of angles formed by two parallel lines and a transversal. Property of corresponding angles, property of alternate angles and property of interior angles. Okay. Children, we have already completed 3 sums in the previous module. Let us move ahead. In the adjoining figure, line A is parallel to line B. Line L is a transversal. Find the measures of angle X, angle Y and angle Z using the given information. Children, after reading the problem and observing the diagram, first step is to write the given. What is given in the question? Line A is parallel to line B and line L is a transversal. Now children, let us assume angle O is equal to 105 degree. So here, let us assume this is angle O. Okay. Next step is to find. What we have to find from this problem? Angle X, angle Y and angle Z. So let us see the solution. Measure angle O is congruent to measure angle X. The reason is corresponding angles. Both are corresponding angles. Yes or no? So measure angle X is 105 degree. Measure angle X is equal to measure angle Y because both are opposite angles. So measure angle Y is 105 degree. Measure angle Z plus measure angle O is equal to 180 degree. The reason is linear pair angles. So if we substitute the value of measure angle O in place of measure angle O, that is 105 degree, we get measure angle Z is equal to 75 degree. Next sum we will see now. In the adjoining figure, line P is parallel to line L is parallel to line Q. Find angle X with the help of measures given in the figure. So here the children, that diagram is given for you. Line P is parallel to line L is parallel to line Q. So again, step 1 is to write what is given in the question. Line P is parallel to line L is parallel to line Q. Next step, to find angle X. Now children, here the naming is been done by me, that is A, B, C, this one. Okay. In textbook it is not given. So we can assume according to our wish, whatever you feel you can name it. So I have given the names here. So angle ABE is congruent to angle BEF. Reason is alternate angles. So angle ABE is equal to angle BEF is 40 degree. Similarly, angle GHE is congruent to angle FEH. Reason is alternate angles. Angle GHE is equal to angle FEH, which is 30 degree. So angle BEF plus angle FEH is equal to angle X, that is 40 degree plus 30 degree. That gives the measure of angle X, that is measure angle X, or the value of angle X is 70 degree. So here we completed our the problem set 2, or we can say practice set 2.2. Now next we will study to draw a line parallel to the given line. First method is to draw a line parallel to the given line through a point outside the given line using set square. Okay. So first step is draw a line L. Next step is take a point P outside the line L. As shown, place two set squares touching each other. Hold set square A and B. One edge of set square A is close to point P. Draw a line along the edge of B. Like this, children. Okay. Like this you have to draw a line. Extend the line in this way. Name the line as M. Line M is parallel to line L. This is one method to draw a line parallel to the given line through a point outside the given line using set square. Let us move to the next method. To draw a parallel line to a given line at a given distance. Distance will be given to you. Draw a line. Name it as L. Take a point P outside the line. Draw a segment PM perpendicular to line L. Take another point N on line L. Draw segment NQ perpendicular to line L such that line NQ is equal to line MP. Draw a line through PQ. Name it as M. The line M passing through the points P and Q is parallel to line L. In this way, you have to draw a line parallel to a given line. For example, one example we'll solve. Draw a line parallel to line L at a distance 2.5 cm. Draw a line L. Next step is take 2 points A and B on the line L like this. Next, draw perpendicular to the line L from points A and B. Okay, like this you have to draw the perpendiculars. On the perpendicular lines, take points P and Q at the distance of 2.5 cm from A and B respectively. You can do this with the help of scale. Take 2.5 cm and draw a line PQ. So line PQ is a line parallel to line L at a distance 2.5 cm. In this way, you can solve the problem. So practice set 2.3. First sum. Draw a line L. Take a point A outside the line. Through point A, draw a line parallel to line L. Draw line L. Take a point A outside the line L. Place two set square touching each other. Hold set square P and Q. One edge of set square P is close to point A. Draw a line along the edge of Q. Okay, so in this way, you have to draw the line and extend it. Name the line as M. Line M is parallel to line L. So this is a way of drawing a line using set square. Next sum, draw a line S. Draw a line T which is parallel to line S at a distance of 3 cm from it. So first step is draw line S. Next step is take 2 points A and B on the line M. In this way, draw perpendiculars to the line M from points A and B. So you have to draw the lines perpendicular in this way. On the perpendicular lines, take points C and D at a distance of 3 cm from A and B respectively. Using the scale, draw line T. So line T is a line parallel to the line S at a distance 3 cm. Children, you need not write these steps. These steps for explaining you to draw the diagram. So you need to draw only the diagrams. Steps are not at all needed there. Okay. Last problem we will come here. Draw a line N. Draw a line N which is parallel to line M at a distance of 4 cm from it. So first step is draw line M. Take 2 points M and N on the line M. Draw perpendiculars to the line M from points M and N. On the perpendicular lines, take points P and Q at a distance of 4 cm from M and N respectively using the scale. Draw line N. Line N is a line parallel to the line M at a distance 4 cm. So this was the exercise. So I hope that you must have understood properly. So you should draw it in your notebook. All the three sums along with the example. Thank you.